All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and who also rule well. Peace and salutations to those of the hopeful elect. It's the brother Shemayim from the GMS SF Bay Area camp. All right, coming back at you with another lesson. All right. And pretty much I just wanted to go into, these cyber attacks. All right. And how pretty much this is going to play a role in America, also known as Babylon's downfall. OK. So let me just get this article real quick, and I'll just bring out a few precepts, and Lord's willing is edifying to those of the hopeful elect. So it says, this article by KQED, all right, it says, everybody is just scrambling. Nationwide cyber attack delays Bay Area pharmacy orders. Okay. So hey, this is happening in the Bay Area. All right. You know, on the West Coast, Northern California. All right. You got places getting hit with cyber attacks, man. Okay. And, pretty much Esau, they was talking about, potential cyber attacks, but now they're just happening. Okay. Now they're literally just happening. And there's going to be more and more cyber attacks in the near future. And the ones that's coming are going to be bigger cyber attacks. Okay. It's going to be, things that disrupt your everyday so-called life. OK, the norm, how people, they got the, their daily routine, if you will. Esau, he's going to use these cyber attacks to disrupt everybody's, routine. OK, and this is all really, it's all part of, that order out of chaos. All right. But Esau is going to use, these different calamities, if you will, that's taking place as we speak. One of them is these cyber attacks. Esau is going to use these things, for his benefit. OK, Esau, he's actually going to perpetuate these cyber attacks and spread fear concerning them. OK, so they can go ahead and just shut America down because that's what they want to do anyway. All right. And they tell you what they want to do in their movies. All right. You got that movie Leave the World Behind. OK, the one that recently came out. All right. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, because I only seen the movie once, I believe what happened was it was a cyber attack. All right. And pretty much they shut down all communication. All right. In America. OK. And pretty much that they're telling you what's getting ready to happen. And pretty much, in that movie, the cyber attack is what led to Jacob's trouble. OK. So let me get back to this article. It says everybody is just scrambling. OK. It says people across the Bay Area are clamoring to fill essential medications after a cyber attack last Wednesday. OK, so they hit a cyber attack on, the pharmacia, the pharmaceutical, big pharma. OK, and keep in mind, big pharma. This is a global, or let me say, this is a booming, industry. OK, big pharma. They reap in all kind of, money. OK, why? Because they got so many people buying drugs. All right. From this place. All right. And it's the average person, too. The average person is on some sort of medication. OK, which, the medication actually goes into, witchcraft. OK, it's not real medicine. It's made to subdue ailments. All right. And while it's subduing ailments and not healing ailments, it's also, adding side effects unto you and destroying your body. All right. But that's the hook right there. That's what keeps people coming back. All right. So they can suppress whatever ailment that they're going through. And then on top of that, they're getting new ailments. So now they got to take other pills. All right. And you got a lot of, people that go home and they take their pills. Really, they just getting high off of it. You got all these old people. You got people that go to the church. They go home, they pop some pills and they just sit in their chair. They get high off these different pharmaceutical pills from Esau. All right. But then you got certain ones where, certain people, they get, stronger medicine. Certain people, they quote unquote need the medicine, or else, they might, die or, they might pass out or something. They might need some insulin shots or whatever. All right. But, in this instant, access to getting these things was cut off. So what happened? People started scrambling. All right. It says people across the Bay Area are clamoring to fill essential medications after cyber attack last Wednesday disrupted data transmission lines between healthcare providers, insurance companies, and pharmacies. So pretty much just throwing a whole monkey wrench, which, the elites, they could be behind this. It could be, these other nations like China or somebody. All right. But ultimately, it's playing in the hands of what the elites want. All right. But then when you look at it, even on a bigger scale, all right, it's really playing into the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. Because the Lord is the one that's going to, really shut down America. All right. And then Esau is going to call himself trying to bring it back on the beast system. But then the Lord is going to foil Esau's plans and destroy E. So it says East Bay resident Allison Hightower is among them. For 2 days, she has been trying to refill a medication her husband takes for nerve damage. Damn. People's out here through. And then these medications is actually perpetuating, all right, the ailments. Okay. Which really all you have to do is take the herbs. Okay. Which, you're not going to find that wisdom. All right. Anywhere else other than the Bible. Yeah, you got certain herbalists out there and everything. All right. But really, everything goes back to the scriptures, man. All right. Because the Lord said that he made medicines out of the earth. All right. But you got people out here, hooked on Esau's drugs, man. OK, to the point where if they don't have it, they have withdrawals. And that's why everybody's clamoring. Imagine when this place really shut down, man. People is going to be losing their mind. OK, so it says when she tried to pick it up, the pharmacist at her local Safeway on College Avenue in Oakland said they had been unable to fill most prescriptions since the hack against United Health Group Incorporated last week. I stopped at this is quote in quotations. I stopped at the pharmacy and they said they are totally shut down and can't do anything. Hightower told KQED, this will have a huge snowballing effect. My husband is scrambling to get his medication refilled. So people is pretty much completely dependent on this devil's, system, man. All right. And that's really what Esau wants. He's going to take away all these things that these people are holding on to that has something to do with this society. And he's going to use it against people and make them take the MOTB just so they can get their medication or just so they can eat or just so they can, have a roof over their head. OK, so, Esau, he wants the scrambling to happen. All right. So they're going to start, perpetuating these different cyber attacks. OK, and that's just one of many black swan events, if you will, that's going to be taking place, man. So it says, since the cyber attack, Salakia, I was getting a phone call. That's Satan. So it says, Since the cyber attack, pharmacies across the country, including those at Safeway, Walgreens, and CVS, have been unable to fill some prescription orders because the computer system that forwards prescriptions from doctors and processes insurance was disconnected after the hack in United Health's health technology unit called Change Healthcare. A spokesperson for Safeway confirmed that people filing online prescriptions may experience a delay due to nationwide outage. So, hey, man, I ain't going to read the whole article, but, hey, this is just one of many. All right. These things is going to start happening more and more frequently. And pretty much, they even, the elites, they tell you in the video games as well. All right. You got this video game that was in one of the video games was based in San Francisco as well. It's called Watch Dogs. And that whole video game is about hackers, hacking, and pretty much doing the same thing that's happening right now in real life, and that video game came out years ago. They got like 3 or 4 video games. All right. But it just goes to show you that, hey, man, this is all part of, the NWO, man, them shutting it down. All right. So they can establish the beast system, man. All right. Because this old this old society, if you will, has to be done away with in the elite's eyes. OK, and they have to get this, society on to the next level, which is going to be pretty much the highest form of Satanism. All right. It's going to be a dystopian society. OK. But, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai is not going to let this devil get that far. So let me get this precept. All right. Because, hey, people's going to start panicking, man. All right. That hell, that pressure is going to start coming down upon people. OK, which it's already is. All right. You got, the cost of living is too much. People living paycheck by paycheck. Gas prices, fluctuate. And sometimes it's just, extreme. OK. And many people, are faced with, paying their bills or eating for the night, or paying their bills or, filling up their gas. You got a choice. Either, eat for the night or use the money to get gas. All right. Situations like this is going to start increasing, man, because the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is getting ready to really just shut down America and allow, the evil day to come in which, chaos is going to ensue and a lot of death is going to begin to take place. And also Esau Edom is going to come down in the form of martial law as well. OK, so, we're entering into the day of Yahweh Shema Shai's wrath, man. All right. And we're hoping, that we're protected in those days, which is why we do these lessons, which is why, we do the things, all right, that Yahweh Shema Shai commanded us to do, So let me get quick precept. This is Job chapter 18. I'm going to start at 10. It says, the snare is laid for him in the ground and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. All right. And, Esau society, that's pretty much what's coming to the society, terrors on every side. OK, the scriptures speak about in the time of Jacob's trouble, it's going to be like you ran from a bear and you met a lion. All right. Then, you escaped from a lion. Then, you put your hand on the wall and you got bit by a serpent. All right. So it's going to be dangers and terrors on every side. And this is the beginning of it. OK, these different events or these different attacks that's taking place on the infrastructure of America is beginning to disrupt, the normal flow of society to the point where eventually the whole thing is just going to break. All right. The America is just going to crumble, and Jacob's trouble is going to take place. OK. And these people are going to be in terror, because this is going to be the time where a lot of people is going to be put to death. All right. Because the elites, they don't care about, the Edomites that's over here in Babylon the Great. OK. They pretty much look at their Edomites over here, their fellow brethren over here. They just look at them as Goyim. All right. They look at them like they look at the rest of the nations, even though, the Edomites over here are still of the nation of Edom. All right. But the head tribe Amalek, all right, they're just keeping it to themselves, the wealth. All right. So they don't mind spilling their own people's blood. And that's what they're going to be doing. All right. So the glory Esau society, hey, this place is about to turn into the purge. So it says, terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. Yeah, and even going all the way up to the elites. All right, even they're terrified because, even though they're ruling the earth and everything, they understand that power is being taken from them. They understand that, they're not going to be in that position for too much longer. Which is why, they what was that term that they used? Operation Warp Speed. OK. And now you had, the latest Rothschild. I believe his name was Jacob Rothschild, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Hey, the Lord put him to death. All right. So now that at least they're like, hey, man. It's either now or never, for the NWO. All right. So now they finna go hard because really they're afraid. And then, they seen the chariots, so-called UFOs. OK. The military, every the Navy, every branch of the military, has encountered the so-called UFOs, which are the angels of the Lord. OK, so Esau, they know about the angels. They know about Yahweh Shai. So they're terrified. Then they're seeing, Israelites being risen up all over the world. OK, so, hey, man, I'm gonna read that Job 18:14. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terror. So Yahweh Shai is going to come. All right. And meet Esau, Edom head on, the elites, and then put the whole nation of Esau right along with the rest of the heathen nations in slavery. All right. So the Lord is coming back to bring judgment. OK. But before the Lord comes. All right. There's all kind of noise. Salakia. But before the Lord comes, all right, hey, the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, if there be a fire kindled, what will it says, if the Lord's going to bring the fire, pretty much, what will it if it already be kindled? So when Yahweh Shai comes, it's going to be at the peak of destruction. It's going to be at the height of confusion, the height of Jacob's trouble, the height of the hour of temptation. OK, when people's walking around with a chip in their hand. All right. In a dystopian setting or a post-apocalyptic setting. That's when the Lord's going to show up. So, things from here on out is just going to get extremely worse, man. OK, before Yahweh Shai returns, to uproot Esau, Edom out of his power seat completely. OK. So, we're going to start seeing more crazy things, man. And these things is going to affect us even, Let me get another precept. I think it's an Apocrypha. St. Luke 21 and 26, it says, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking for after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. All right. And ultimately, World War III is going to skyrocket. All right. World War III, is going to heat up. All right. And this is going to be the time. This is going to be the time when, the great draft, all right, is going to take place. OK. So a lot's going to be happening, man. All right. Let me read that again. It says, men's heart, St. Luke, Slovakia, St. Luke 21 and 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. So the things that are coming on the earth are the pending destruction. All right. Because at this point, people, they can already tell that, America ain't got too much longer left. They can feel it, whether they want to, acknowledge it or not. They want to still, act like everything is good. All right. That, there's no pending danger. All right. But deep down inside, these people, they know that something is going on. OK. They know they can and also they can experience, how hard life is getting. OK. So eventually, when these different cyber attacks start happening and Esau start doing major false flags. All right. Hey, man. Hey, these people, they're going to be in terror. OK. Let me get another precept. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right. So when they shall say peace and safety, and that's pretty much how these people are acting. They're acting as if, nothing's going to happen to America. They're acting as if, somehow, we're just going through tough times in America. All right. But eventually things is going to turn around. All right. And that's why they put their faith in voting. All right. They think that they think that this system is an honest system, that if they put the right person in office, all right, then, it's going to make a difference or it's going to count. All right. So really, these people, they're still putting their trust in the beast system. OK, so it's like, the more hell that Esau put on these people, the more these people turn, to Esau. OK, but that's not the case. All right. For the elect, though. OK, the elect, all right, is fully awoken, fully illuminated. All right. Fully illuminated and with the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. So now, the elect understand what's going on. All right. The elect understand that, eventually it's going to come a time where, hey, we're going to be tested. All right. And we're going to have to put our faith wholly, in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right. To take care of us, man. Because it's going to come a point in time where we're not going to be able to use the world and not abuse it. OK, we're not going to have access, to, the grocery stores, the different amenities, all right, that these people are going to have access to when they conform to the image of the beast. All right. And take his mark. OK, the elect is not going to do that. But guess what? Yahweh Shema Shai, all right, is going to be with his elect through faith. Okay. Not knowing how, but knowing that it is going to happen concerning, the Lord is going to take care of us. Okay. Abaratazah, we part of that number. So let me just get this precept real quick, and then I'll begin to close it out. Isaiah 10 and 20, and it shall come to pass in that day, which we're in that day now. All right. It's only going to heighten. All right. Because we're not at the highest point of prophecies. We're not at the highest point of Jacob's trouble. All right. So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, which is the elect, and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. All right. So it's coming down to the wire where all these calamities is going to happen. All right. Confusion is going to start rising. Violence. All right. Esau is going to start releasing diseases. Okay. And while the people of this world, which is in the wide gate, they're going to choose the easy way, and they're just going to they're going to lean unto Esau, Edom. All right. The elect is leaning the opposite way towards Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right. So, and it's going to be apparent in that day that Yahweh Shema Shai is with his elect, because the Lord is going to be there to provide. All right. What the scriptures say, every needful thing in due season. So really, we don't have nothing to worry about. All right. Because as long as you are serving Yahweh Shema Shai in truth and sincerity, you believe in the Lord, then, you don't need to know the how it's going to happen. You just going to know what the scriptures say, that the Lord is going to feed his elect. The Lord is going to keep his elect and deliver. Okay. So Lord's will, this lesson is edifying. I want to say, call all Yahweh Sheba Shai, Bashem Chakodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations, those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and the Bar Babor.